Everybody, Invisiblekatana here doing a reaction and review for the new Cloak and Dagger official trailer. I'm actually excited for this. I don't know too much about Cloak and Dagger. Honestly, the little bit that I know about them actually comes from the current Spider-Man cartoon, because they were in when I was actually still watching that show before I had a whole issue with that, because I swear to God, Disney didn't know how to put new episodes on. It was like every week, I swear, it was like a new episode showed in a different week, a different day of every week. But they were in a very early season of that, and that's how I got to learn a little bit about Cloak and Dagger. And in that show, they ended up joining Shield and all this other stuff. But I was like, man, those are some cool characters. They're very interesting the way they team up. It's the idea of literally light and dark and stuff like that. So I like their powers. I like the way that they work together and how they had to complement each other based off of their personalities and stuff. I was like, I like these characters. They seem interesting. I didn't know much about them at the time. I still don't. But I was like, I like that. And when I heard that this show was getting announced, I was like, that's very cool. I love when they finally, I think where we are now with how comic books have become a lot more mainstream, and comic book movies, of course, are a huge deal, and TV shows. We're finally getting to the point where it's like, okay, we've had our 800 million Batman, Superman, Spider-Man, X-Men TV shows and cartoons. We're getting to the lesser characters. We're getting, Flash, of course. Flash and Green Arrow, they're still very popular and stuff, but they were lesser known. They didn't have their own individual TV shows, so they have stuff now. Supergirl has her own thing. Constantine sadly had his thing for one season, but he's getting an animated show, so that's great. Vixen and stuff. So we're getting to characters, lesser known characters from both sides of the fence, both Marvel and DC, getting more of the spotlight. So I'm very excited to watch this trailer. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to get right into it and check out Cloak and Dagger. It's an interesting trailer off the start for sure. Was that Kevin Bacon? That wasn't Kevin. That can't.
What's your name? Candy. And his name was... Yeah, Tyrone. Oh, shoot!
Certainly seems very dramatic, so it's interesting without a doubt. That's what I was waiting for, some powers. So I'm just going to assume all first episode. That's just my guess. Could be wrong. Hey, Roxxon Corp. Okay, I get that reference already. Oh, that's on Freeform. Okay, man, they're bringing two shows to Freeform. I didn't know that. All right, that was a good trailer. I really enjoyed that. So for anyone who doesn't know this, because I feel like there are a million people, Freeform used to be ABC Family, so that's why Marvel's thing is on there. It's Disney. I don't know. I felt like I had to mention that because I don't know how many people watch ABC Family. I watch Pretty Little Liars. That's the only reason I even know that. So that looks good. That actually looks really good. It seems like it's going to be very dramatic. It actually, oddly enough, personally speaking, based on the trailer, it kind of made me feel like I was looking at a trailer for one of the Netflix shows. Like, it looked very dramatic. It definitely made me think of Daredevil because it was a lot of dark and stuff. And it was a lot of dramatic stuff. And we have these two characters, young characters too. So I'm very excited to see how they handle that dynamic, where it seems like neither of them are really living good lives at this point. It's just like one's getting into a fight. I feel like I'm pretty sure it's Kevin Bacon. Is that Kevin Bacon? If that's not Kevin Bacon, that's a dude that looks a lot. That's not Kevin Bacon. That dude looks like Kevin Bacon to me. And at quick glances, he looks like Kevin Bacon. But when I pause it, he does not look like Kevin Bacon. That was quick glances. Thought it was him. Oh, even his. Well, that's probably not a reference. But his badge it looks like it's a moon around a star. But I like this trailer because it definitely looks dramatic. And like I said, I feel like pretty much this whole trailer is probably the first episode, maybe the first two episodes. But it looks good. And I'm very excited for that. So I'm curious to see how it's going to play out. Freeform, once again, watching some of the shows that have been on there, it's like, what is the best way to put it? Because saying it used to be ABC Family isn't a really good description because it gets serious, and you can see that from this trailer. Like, I don't know what the deal is with him. Like, for whatever reason, this cop put him in the trunk, and it's just freaking hard to understand. Like, it's obviously it's just a trailer, bits and pieces, and then eventually they run into each other, and they touch hands, activates their powers. Very curious how that works because that might be a part of their story that I just don't know. But I thought it was really good. I like this trailer. It's very intense, very dramatic. Their lives kind of suck, and then they end up getting powers. She literally kills a dude in this trailer because she forms one of the crystals. So I was happy to see that because I thought they were just going to have, like, the only glimpse of their powers were going to be her hand lighting up and his hand having, like, the dark glow around it, which I feel like a lot of people may have missed. They also didn't bother to stray away from the look of the Netflix stuff because the way it ends, where it's like it's Marvel on top and then it's Cloak and it's darker because obviously it's him, and then it's Dagger, which obviously that has to be light because of their powers, dark and light. I'm actually super excited for this. This looks really good. Coming in 2018, so it's a little ways away, quite a ways away. Like, man, I didn't realize that. But this actually looks pretty good. I'm excited for this one. I think this will be pretty good. We'll have to wait and see, of course, how dark they go with it, but they get pretty dark. Like ABC, Freeform, it gets dramatic. It can certainly get dramatic. Obviously in the trailer they show somebody getting killed, so it's gonna get dark. That's the whole point of these two characters, from what little I know, at least. So I think this does a good job of that. It shows like what they do have in life, and then kind of where they're headed in life. What little they can show us from just this opening trailer, but it'll look good. I think it looks really nice. So I'm excited for this. This has me excited. I would love to know more about these characters. So, once the show officially comes out, I just don't have. If I was rich, I'd probably know all about these characters because I'd have all the comics. But I'm not, so I don't. So I'm excited for this. I'm just excited. This looks really good. I'm surprised by how much I actually enjoy this trailer. I feel like they show a lot, and it is a 2-minute trailer. So, I feel like it's not even 2 minutes. It's 1 minute and 48 seconds. But I feel like they show a lot. The Roxxon Corp, I love the fact that they have that reference in there. So I'm assuming, especially, it has the Marvel logo and everything, this is going to be their more teenage-centered sort of deal. So we have our movies, we have Netflix, which is probably more adult than anything that they've got, especially depending on which shows you're watching. But, we got movies, we got Netflix, now we're going to have the Freeform stuff. I heard they were doing a second Freeform show. That's why I was surprised when I saw the trailer and it said Freeform at the end. Because there's another show that's going to have like Squirrel Girl and some other characters in it. And I was like, oh. So I thought this was on something totally. I didn't even know what channel this was on. So they're going to have 2 Freeform shows coming out, possibly. This obviously has a trailer. The other thing I just read an article about. So looks really good to me. I'm very surprised by how much excitement I'm actually feeling just from seeing this simple trailer. But it's like, man, they showed a lot. Like, this was a nice trailer, and I think they did a good job with this. So, of course, we'd love to know what you guys thought about it. If you know the characters, I would love to know your perspective on what you see from this trailer. If you think, at least from this little trailer, if you know the characters, what did they capture and what didn't they capture based off of what you've seen in this. Definitely, if you are a fan of these characters already, how excited are you? You can love the characters and then see something that's like, that's just going to suck. That's going to be a crappy representation of characters I love. So I, of course, want that perspective from fans of these actual characters. Of course, if you're like me, you have like the most basic knowledge of these characters. Like, you saw them and it's like, I know who they are and I know their powers at least. Would love to know what you guys thought about this trailer. If you guys have any requests, other trailers, YouTube videos, anything, just put those requests down in the comment section below. But definitely want to know what you guys think about this. So please comment below, let me know. And of course, thanks for watching.